Good evening and welcome to legendary Tasker Arena. It is time for Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle, Jonathan Allen running camera tonight. Thanks for being with us as we wrap up the first half of the district season. So the Lady Eagles come into this one at 20-2 overall on the season, but more importantly, 2-0 in district, and they are still ranked number 1 in Class 5A. On the other side of the coin tonight are the Carlsbad Cavegirls, kind of having a 50-50 year. They are right now 10-12 and 1-1 in district and something down around 20th in Class 5A in the state. So no matter if the Lady Eagles can win tonight, at no worse, they would be a game up over Clovis, but they would be 2 games up over Carlsbad and potentially 3 up over Roswell High. Of course, best case scenario, Roswell High would get the win, and then Hobbs would be up at least 2 on everybody in the district. So the Lady Eagles come in ready to go. Of course, on Tuesday night, we were right here as the Lady Coyotes of Roswell High were in town, and a great performance up and down the roster for the Lady Eagles. Had 3 Hobbs girls in double figures, led by Caitlin Muniz. She had 12 points in the ballgame, 11 for Zoe Ross, and Madison Zapata with 10. In the game Tuesday night, Hobbs got off to kind of a slow offensive start, 25 points in the first half, and you know, some teams would be extremely happy with that. Hobbs is not. We're held to just 8 points in the second quarter of that one, but came out with their hair on fire in the third quarter, stretched things out, and never looked back from there. So took them to 2-0 in district and looking to go to 3-0 in the district race here tonight. Of course, a full weekend of basketball. Our friend Ty Friend, our friend, your friend, everybody's friend Ty Friend, is also on Hobbs Sports YouTube tonight over in Carlsbad as the Eagles taking on the Cavemen. Then you've got the Lovington Lady Cats and Wildcats at Wildcat Gym tonight against Portales. Big rivalry game there over on Lovington Sports YouTube. The girls game was still going on a minute ago. Lovington locked in a thriller. We're up by 1 with about 90 seconds to play in that one. Try and get you a score update from there. Eunice is on the road tonight. The Cardinals and Lady Cardinals in Loving. Of course, Jowl played last night, and Tatum plays tomorrow. So as we get ready for the tip-off of this one, let's go ahead and, see what Carlsbad has done. Since the district schedule started, they beat Roswell High barely 42-41, a barn burner there. Then they lost at Clovis on Tuesday night, 45-29. Now, this is a Carlsbad team that has played Lee County teams. Lovington has beaten them twice this season, 55-50 and then 42-34. Really, when you look down the Cavegirls schedule, it's kind of a case of, well, they've beaten kind of who you would think they would beat, and they've lost to kind of the teams you would think they might have lost to. So that's kind of been the way it has worked for this Carlsbad team. Of course, I had a chance to see them play Lovington in one of those games, and they're a team that, I don't know that they would disagree with me here. They do not have just a whole lot of offensive firepower. That's not to say they don't generate offense, but it's sometimes a struggle for them. So they'll be looking to find offense tonight. I think Hobbs just going to want to come out and do what the Hobbs Lady Eagles do. If you're just now joining us, of course, we're on the air a little bit late because of the JV game going a little bit long. That tends to happen, but the Lady Eagles getting a big win, 38-26 on the JV level here tonight. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and give you the starting lineups and get you ready for the tip-off of this one. Game 3 of the district slate is here tonight at Tasker Arena. It's the Lady Eagles and the Carlsbad Cavegirls going at it here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290. Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby. Definitely good health. It happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
From early mornings to late nights, JBW Solutions delivers expert industrial safety services and training to protect lives, ensure compliance, and build a strong safety culture. JBW Solutions helps workers stay safe and prepared every shift, every site, every day. If safety is first for you and your company, and it should be, call today 860-460-4398. JBW Solutions LLC. Do the right thing. Make the call. You may just save a life. 860-460-4398. And welcome back to Tasker Arena Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News on Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. Please subscribe to those YouTube channels. And, of course, a big thanks tonight to all of our great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. We couldn't do this without them. They're the reasons why we don't have to charge you to watch your kids and teams play. Unfortunately, too many so-called broadcasters are doing that now, and we never have to beg you for donations either. It's because of those great folks you see there at the bottom of your screen. Be sure that you thank them for their support. When you need a good or service, well, be sure you support those businesses that support our kids and teams. So back here, pregame festivities continue as the two teams out on the court at Tasker Arena warming up. Let's go ahead and run down the lineups for you for tonight. For the visiting Carlsbad Cavegirls under head coach Matt Inlow, 10-12 on the year. 1-1 in district, and sitting kind of on that bubble of a playoff spot. If it were to start today, they would probably not get in. When you look at it, though, really the teams from 12 down to about 20, and that includes Carlsbad, all kind of in the same boat. So let's go ahead and run down the starting lineups for the Cavegirls. You've got number 0, Hayden Brose, number 3, Mia Pianis, number 4, Serena Carrasco, number 5, Juliet Lincoln, and number 32, Serenity Madrano. On the other side of the court for your Hobbs Lady Eagles under head coach Joey Carpenter, they are 20-2 on the year. More importantly, 2-0 in district. And right now in the Max Preps Matrix and the coaches poll, they are number 1 in Class 5A. Starters tonight for your Lady Eagles, it's pretty much the starting lineup we have seen all season. Number 4, Madison Zepeda. Number 12, Aliana Armitage. Number 24, the 8th grader, Zoe Ross. Number 33, Caselyn Muniz. And number 22, Zaylee Hardison. She'll get the start in the post for tonight. So the Lady Eagles and the Cavegirls of Carlsbad getting ready for it. This is one of those great matchups. It's one of those great rivalries here in the state. Of course, the two teams just 60 miles apart. The two schools right there down 62-180. Really, this is a district where you've got everybody's a rival, but especially Hobbs and Carlsbad, Hobbs and Clovis, to be sure. And I don't think it would matter what the records were, you're probably going to get a good game. You know, with Carlsbad, or a little bit like Clovis, it's going to be a physical game. They're going to try and beat you and beat you up maybe at the same time. And it has worked for them for a long time. And this Cavegirls squad, at least the last 4 or 5 years, you know, they've kind of been the same offensively. They've had some trouble getting their offense rolling, but they've won with sheer determination and physicality. And sometimes these Hobbs Lady Eagles teams have had a little bit of trouble against this Carlsbad team. We have seen some classics over the years, both here and in Carlsbad and in the pit, too, in Albuquerque, for that matter, between these two squads. So it'll all depend on which Hobbs Lady Eagles team shows up tonight. If they come out, get off to a fast start, stretch it out, I don't think that Carlsbad is going to have an opportunity really to get themselves caught up. So the Lady Eagles heading off into the locker room, getting ready for the sizzle reel where they turn off the lights and do stuff up on the big board. Yeah, they've started doing that. So we're getting ready for that, but it's great to have you with us wherever you are around southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world. Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lovington, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and on HobbsAmerica.com. So the sizzle reel getting ready to start, and then we will come back with the introduction of players, and we'll tip it off. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball is right here, and we'll be back in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39, $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master, 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the Master.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
And welcome back to Tasker Arena, getting ready for the start of the final game of the first half of the district season between the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Carlsbad Cavegirls. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Jonathan Allen running our camera tonight. Tiff and Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. For the visiting Cavegirls of Carlsbad under head coach Matt Enlow, they come in at 10-12 on the year, 1-1 in district. Carlsbad is wearing the road blue unis, and somebody finally told him they had to have contrasting numbers. So this year they are silver and a little bit easier to pick up than the black numbers that they wore for years. So, yay, we'll be able to see the numbers tonight for the Cavegirls. The starters tonight for Coach Enlow's squad will be number 0, Hayden Brose, number 3, Mia Pianis, number 4, Serena Carrasco, number 5, Juliet Lincoln, and number 32, Serenity Medrano. Turning the page for your Hobbs Lady Eagles under head coach Joey Carpenter. 20-2 on the year, 2-0 in district, and will have no worse than a 2-game lead no matter what happens tonight. Well, they could have a 1-game lead if Clovis wins, but we won't worry about that. Point is, they will be sitting in first in district at the end of the first half. Number 1 in Class 5A in both the coaches poll and the Max Preps matrix. Your Lady Eagles starters for tonight are number 4, Madison Zapata, number 12, Aliana Armitage, number 22, Zaylee Hardison, number 24, Zoe Ross, and number 33, Caselyn Muniz. The Lady Eagles are wearing the home white unis with the black letters and numbers, gold trim, and Hobbs in script across the front. So with those 5 out there, you've got to feel pretty good about the Lady Eagles. They are going to be looking for a great bench contribution, and they've gotten that and gotten some good minutes from Corelli Rivera, Norelli Navarro, and Jordan Mendoza. And can't forget about Katie Godwin too. They'll all be coming off the bench and seeing significant minutes here tonight. So pretty good crowd on hand for a Friday night. But if you're here in Hobbs looking for something to do, good seats still available for what ought to be a great game, a rivalry matchup to wrap up the season. Of course, Hobbs will be in Carlsbad in just a couple of weeks. 2 weeks from tonight to wrap up the regular season. Second half of the season will start on Tuesday night on the road in Roswell against the Lady Coyotes, but can't worry about that tonight. Got to worry about the team in blue and silver on the other side in the Carlsbad Cavegirls. So Hardison heads to the Eagle H at the middle of the court, and she will take the jump. Not sure who Carlsbad's going to put out there. We'll have to see. I'm thinking it'll be Medrano, and it will be. So you've got Zapata, Armitage, Hardison, Ross, and Muniz for Hobbs, Brose, Pianis, Carrasco, Lincoln, and Medrano for the Cavegirls. And here we go as they jump it up, tip it off, and it'll be Armitage who controls it for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Hands it off to Zapata, who directs traffic between the rings. Hobbs in the front court. Madison gets it right back. Takes it to the right baseline, slings it into the left corner. Ross for 3, and that one will be off the back of the iron, no good. And the rebound brought down by Medrano. That'll be her first. So Hobbs comes up empty on their initial possession. Full court press on. Brose uses up the dribble. Armitage with good pressure. A little give and go. Lincoln breaks the pressure and gets through into the front court for the Cavegirls. 30 seconds gone in this one. Still looking for our first score. Brose comes near side to Pianis. Back to Brose between the rings. Over to Lincoln. Working the right wing. Zoe gets to her quickly. Then coming near side to Pianis. Left wing, or left elbow, I should say, and a turnover into the hands. Good job by Hardison to knock that one away from Medrano as Zoe will take it coast to coast, and it'll be a floor foul. Got the bucket, but they called the foul before she got it up. That'll put Ross at the line for 2. Going to call the push on Brose. That'll be her first personal first-team foul on the Cavegirls, and it will put the 8th grader at the line. Nope, they're going to say floor foul. And she wasn't shooting yet, and that one goes out of bounds, swatted away, but last touched by Hobbs. So a turnover for the Lady Eagles. 48 seconds have elapsed here in the first, still no score between the Cave Girls and the Lady Eagles. The Cave Girls get it in right on the 5, get it to Medrano under pressure from Armitage. Pianis will take it into the front court, actually gets to Pianis in the front court, to Medrano left baseline, and then tossing it in a travel as Carrasco trying to shuffle and move, make a little room. Good defense for Hobbs, causing Carrasco to travel. Second turnover for the Cave Girls. Hobbs forced 32 the other night against Roswell. To Muniz with Brose on her very tight, coming near side. Get it over to Zepeda. Madison, little shake and bake, takes it to the left block. 12-footer up and in for Madison. And the Lady Eagles strike first, early 2-0 lead. 6.5 to go in the first. Pianis loses it off of her feet. Hobbs gets to her quickly. And she'll do a little bounce over to Carrasco, but then taken away by Zepeda. Madison will trigger it back the other way. Toss it over to Muniz. Left wing, 3 on the way and off the mark. Armitage with the rebound, and the putback won't fall, but she's fouled. She'll head to the line for 2. And so they will call the hack foul. See for sure who they get that one on. Going to get that one on Medrano. That'll be her first personal, second team foul. As Armitage at the line. Hobbs trying to convert on the turnover, and they will. Taking an early 3-0 lead. 6:18 to go here in the first quarter. So the Lady Eagles are up. Armitage made the first. She'll eye the second. Second one is up, and Aliana gets them both. She has been a spark plug on this squad for a couple of years, getting the chance to start this season. And has done a good job. Under pressure, Brose will come up with it as Armitage goes hard to the floor, but then Brose picks up her dribble, has to just throw it, and Pianis will get to it in the corner. Back out to Brose, then coming near side to Pianis. To Brose between the rings, goes around Ross and between Zepeda, puts up a hammer shot, that one no good, and Hardison skies for the rebound. She'll leave it off for Muniz, Caselin into the front court, little shake and bake, give it to Armitage. Armitage directs traffic and will hand it off to Zepeda. Madison from the right to the left, cycles through, get it to Muniz, left corner, 3-ball up, off the side of the iron, and Hardison will have another rebound, and then a travel before she could get it off. That'll be the second turnover for the Lady Eagles. They lead 4-0 here with 5:41 to go in the first. Hardison out, Katie Godwin off the bench. But a good series in the first couple of minutes of this one for Hardison. No points, but a couple of rebounds. Going to be important tonight. Hobbs giving up a little bit of size to Carlsbad. So the inbound comes in, and then a travel on the inbound. And a turnover to Kendra Ortega, who checked in. I apologize, I missed her checking in. That'll be the fourth turnover for the Cave Girls. Comes with 5.5 minutes to go in the first. To Muniz, swing it over to Ross. Ross takes it, little 10-foot jumper, and that one's good for Zoe Ross. So Zoe makes it a 6-0 Lady Eagle lead to start the ball game. Carlsbad still looking for their first score. To Jayla Bragg, who just checked in. She takes it up the far sideline, almost gets the pocket picked. It'll be Pianis who gets to it, and then she travels, trying to go through traffic and trying to make something happen. Fifth turnover for the Cave Girls. So let's see if Hobbs can capitalize here with 5:15 remaining in the first quarter. Zepeda to Ross to Armitage between the rings. Back over to Ross, working the right corner. On her very tight is Pianis. That's Talia Pianis. To Zepeda to Ross, throw it into Godwin, then back out to Zepeda. Hobbs can be patient here. To Muniz, as Isabel Marquez, who just checked in, picks her up. To Armitage, takes it on the right base, puts up a wild shot, no good, but it'll be Godwin with the rebound. Hobbs will reset it from the left wing. 3 on the way, and bang for Zoe Ross. The 8th grader has 5 in the ball game, and it is a 9-0 run to start things off. And then on the inbound, a bad inbound and out of bounds, goes back to Hobbs as Carlsbad turns it over again. 9-0 the score. As Zepeda into Muniz, to Ross, back to Muniz. Back to Zepeda. They're just going to play catch for a while. They're going to make sure they get everything moving like they want it. Back to Zepeda. She'll take it over from the right wing. 3 on the way, and bang! 5 points for Madison Zepeda. And it's a 12-0 run to start things off for the Lady Eagles. And Coach Matt Enlow says, all right, let's get the number of the truck that hit us. 30-second timeout. So we'll just keep it right here. The Lady Eagles in command here early. A 12-0 run to start the ball game. 5 points for Madison Zepeda, 5 for Zoe Ross, and a couple for Aliana Armitage. If you're Coach Joey Carpenter, other than the 2 turnovers, this is pretty much probably how you had it scripted. Hobbs winning the rebounding battle right now, 4-1, 2. So everything right now going the way of the black and gold. The blue and silver trying to figure out what in the heck is going on. You've got Ross, Muniz, Zepeda, Armitage, and Godwin on the floor for your Hobbs Lady Eagles. Maybe Tindorf just checks in, and she'll toss the ball into Faith Klusner, who's seeing her first action. Giving it right back to Payanis. She takes it to the front court, throws it over to Marquez, and then a whistle, a tic-tac foul on Hobbs. Floor foul on the Lady Eagles, and a hockey line change coming in for Coach Enlow. And so there's the line change. Who'd they put it up on? Going to call it on Armitage. That'll be her first personal. First team foul on the Lady Eagles. So 5 all-new Cave Girls in. Coach Enlow deciding to try and keep the fresh legs out there. As we click towards the halfway mark of the first quarter, Serena Carrasco will pull the trigger on the inbound. Tosses in high, and then a shot up, no good by Tindorf. And it'll be Godwin with her second board of the ball game. Katie throws it across the court, gets it to Zepeda. Madison back across the timeline as we are now officially at the halfway point of the quarter. Ross over to Muniz for 3, too hard, off the mark, and it'll be a rebound by Tindorf. That'll be her first. Tindorf to Bragg, that's Carrasco, who gets it back. Top of the arc, picks up the dribble, almost travels, throw the fastball in, trying to get it in to Medrano, and too hot to handle, and that'll be the 7th turnover for the Cave Girls. So Rivera comes in, and so does Areli Navarro. As Muniz and Armitage will take a seat and take a deep breath for just a minute. 3.5 remaining here in the first quarter, a 12-0 Hobbs lead. Ross throws it into Godwin in the right block, then out to Navarro, left corner. Navarro thinks about it. Now she'll get it back, as picking her up quickly is Tindorf. Throwing it onto the base to Rivera, then rolled into Godwin. Katie comes up with it, then Zepeda right wing, and bang! Madison Zepeda. Another 3-ball, and it is a 15-0 shellacking here in the first quarter for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. With backcourt pressure, Carrasco splits the trip and comes through, but then passing it onto the baseline, stolen away by Navarro to Zepeda. Zepeda, a little stop and go into the left corner for Ross. 3-ball up, and that one is off the mark, but Zepeda has the rebound. Hobbs will reset it to Rivera. Gets a little screen from Godwin, but passes it off to Navarro on the near side. On her is Carrasco, giving her a little room. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first. Godwin tried to take it in, then decided, nope, there's 3 Cave Girls here. I think I'll just reset it. To Ross in the left corner, bouncing it to Zepeda, left baseline. Back to Ross, the little head fake against Tindorf. To Godwin on the elbow and then back out. Hobbs will reset. Switch it all over from the right elbow. 15-footer is up and down for Katie Godwin. Now a 17-0 Hobbs Lady Eagle run with 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Hobbs playing much better in the first quarter tonight than they did on Tuesday. And a bad pass, but it'll be saved on the far side by Veloz. And then, was she fouled or was it a timeout? Yep. Nope, it'll just be a out of bounds and another turnover for Carlsbad, and to give it over to the Lady Eagles as 5 new Cave Girls into the ball game. Carlsbad still looking for their first score. Muniz and Armitage back in the ball game for the Lady Eagles. Muniz with it on the far side. Comes near side to Navarro. Switch it to Armitage, who works against Brose. Takes it into the mid-post, puts up a little 8-footer, and it is good. Armitage with 4 points in the ball game. And now 19-0. Brose breaks the pressure, comes back the other way for the Cavegirls. Bad bounce pass, but winds up in the hands of Bragg. Bragg cycles it around and it'll direct traffic with 90 seconds remaining here in the first half, or the first quarter. To Mia Payanis. Picks up the dribble, needs some help. Gonna get it from Lincoln. Back to Payanis. Then bouncing it over, trying to get it to Medrano and swatted away by Godwin. Katie came through and got the hand on it, knocked it away. Stays Carlsbad basketball on their baseline. So Payanis over to inbound it. Looks to get it in, and she'll toss it over the head of everybody, but Lincoln will track it down in front of Taskovich. 1:10 to go here in the first. It'll be Lincoln who controls it, uses up the dribble, comes near side to Payanis. She'll pull a three-point trigger from the left wing, shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound, still loose and out of bounds. Nobody controlled it, but Godwin touched it last. It stays Carlsbad basketball. Zaylee Hardison waits to check in for the Lady Eagles. She'll come in for Godwin. 2 points, 2 boards for Katie, getting some action early tonight. So Hardison back in. She can bang on the boards. Payanis will get it into Medrano, who tosses it into the right corner. Has to throw it out and then stolen away. 10th turnover for the Cavegirls. On the give and go to Rivera. Leans it up and in. No good, but Hardison is there with the rebound, and then she is fouled. No, they say a travel. Well, I don't know about that one. She was in the process of getting mugged, so that'll be the 3rd turnover for Hobbs. And give it to Carlsbad. 19-0, Lady Eagles in the lead. Carlsbad still looking for their first points of the ball game. To Payanis and Brose still in the backcourt, and we'll get it across at about the 8.5 count. As Lincoln on the far side works against Rivera. Hobbs tries to trap her up, and then a whistle sounds, and they're going to call a foul on the Lady Eagles. They're going to get the hold foul on Rivera. That'll be her first personal. 2nd team foul on Hobbs. 27 seconds remaining, first quarter. Stays Carlsbad basketball. Payanis inbound it for the Cavegirls. Gets it to Brose. Picks up the dribble between the rings, then tosses to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Bragg. Trying to get it to Medrano. Good job inside. Then a 3 for Brose. That one is going to be off the mark. Ball loose on the floor, and Navarro controls it. And then it gets tied up by Medrano. And so that'll be another turnover for the Lady Eagles, their 4th. So it'll be Carlsbad basketball, 13 seconds remaining, first quarter. Hobbs trying to pitch the shutout here in the first quarter. Well, the inbound from Payanis, work it around with 10 seconds to go. Into the corner, Payanis controls it. Then to Brose to the left, blocks, and then out. An 18-footer is up and down for Mia Payanis. And Carlsbad finally on the board at the buzzer of the first quarter. We have played a quarter from here at Tasker Arena. Hobbs 19, Carlsbad 2. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball continues in a moment here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
From early mornings to late nights, JBW Solutions delivers expert industrial safety services and training to protect lives, ensure compliance, and build a strong safety culture. JBW Solutions helps workers stay safe and prepared every shift, every site, every day. If safety is first for you and your company, and it should be, call today, 860-460-4398. JBW Solutions, LLC. Do the right thing. Make the call. You may just save a life. 860-460-4398.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Back here at Tasker Arena after a quarter, it is Hobbs all over Carlsbad, 19-2, but still a long way to go in this one. I'm TJ Miracle, Jonathan Allen running our camera tonight. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So Zepeda picks up the dribble as she crosses the timeline. We are underway here in the second. Zepeda has it, Payanis on her, she'll take it, and then she will toss it out to Muniz, a little bit wild. Then Zepeda thinks about the 3, back to Muniz, left slot, 3 ball, up and bang! Welcome to the scorebook, Caselin Muniz. And Hobbs will strike first, and they are up by 20. Steal attempted on the inbound, and they're going to get Armitage. Hobbs not liking it. They thought Carrasco was throwing the elbows. I wouldn't disagree with them, but Aliana can sometimes get a little out of control. Her second personal, first team foul. I'm going to remember my numbers here. Still using the old school book. It hasn't adjusted to the new things yet. So Brose gets it on the inbound, then tosses up to Lincoln. Starters on the floor for both squads. To the front court with Brose. Picks up the dribble, bounces to Lincoln, then tossing it over. Left baseline, turnaround for Medrano from 5 and rattles it home. Her first bucket of the ball game. 22-4 the score. Hobbs in control, 1 minute gone here in the second. With Muniz to Zepeda, then Muniz sets a little screen for Zepeda. She leaves it off for Ross. Then the handoff to Armitage. Crosses over, goes right into the teeth of 4 Cavegirls and gets the bucket and draws the foul. 6 points for Armitage, and she'll head to the line for 3 the old-fashioned way. Now they get Brose on the push. That'll be her second personal. First team foul on Carlsbad. No, Armitage for the and one, puts it up and puts it down. 7 points for Armitage, 25-4. Lady Eagles up by 21, their biggest of the ball game. Brose comes out. Bragg comes in for Carlsbad. Starters still on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Zepeda, Armitage, Hardison, Ross, and Muniz. As getting it in is Carrasco, and Hobbs will just take it away, and Madison on the steal, and then up and in. 10 points for Madison Zepeda, 27-4 on the full court pressure. Managing to break it with Pionis. To Bragg between the rings, 6.5 to go first half. Throwing the fastball in, trying to get it to Medrano, and it winds up tipped into the hands of Muniz. Hobbs will bring it back down. Crossover for Muniz, tosses out to Ross, to the left block, 12-footer rolls home. Zoe Ross with 7. And a 25-point lead and another turnover for the Lady Eagles. To Muniz, left corner for 3, and bang! Caselin Muniz with 6 points, all from beyond the arc. And Coach Enlow says, all right, let's talk about this one, ladies. 6:12 remaining here in the first half. Hobbs 32, Carlsbad 4. We'll be back right after this as Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball continues in just a moment.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Back here at Tasker Arena out of the Cavegirls timeout, it is all Hobbs in this one, 32-4. Carlsbad will get it in right at the 10 count to Talia Pionis. Picks up the dribble, still in the backcourt. Needs some help, hands it off. Ortega bobbles it around, and we will have the 10-second violation. It'll be Hobbs basketball in their offensive zone. Good defense for the Lady Eagles. They forced 13 turnovers through the first 10 minutes of this ball game. So from the baseline, it'll be Zepeda to inbound it. She moves everybody around, tosses the long one out, gets it to first Armitage, then they work it around. Muniz will have it. Coming to Ross, back to Muniz. Hobbs can pretty much just play catch right now. They're not messing around tonight. Muniz to Zepeda, WNBA 3, and rattle it home from the left wing. Madison Zepeda, Trevian, her third tray of the ball game, and it is 35-4. And a whistle on the inbound, and they're going to get Aliana for a little tic-tac there. I think they are. Nope. Actually, they're going to get Zoe Ross on that one. That'll be her first personal. Second team foul on the Lady Eagles. leading this one by 31. Carlsbad has had no answer tonight for the Hobbs defense. And on the inbound, another turnover. That's number 15 to Muniz, left corner. That one going to be short. And the long rebound as it clanked off the front of the iron. Coming back for Carlsbad as Marquez got the rebound, but then turns it over. Bounced it a little hard and a little high. And so another turnover. So even when things aren't going Hobbs' way, they're still kind of going Hobbs' way. As Muniz will get it into Zepeda. Madison looks back at Carp. He tells her what he wants her to do. She gets it down the floor. Passing off to Ross. In the right corner, then back out to Muniz, to Ross. Bounce it to Zepeda, then to Hardison. And then that one almost stolen away, but Armitage gets it. Then she goes through the paint, and it goes down, and they're going to call jump ball, and it'll go over to Carlsbad. So 5 turnovers for the Lady Eagles with 5 minutes to go in the first half. When you consider, though, that Carlsbad has 16, you'll take that 5. Oh, trying to get it in and almost stolen away on the inbound, but somehow saving it is Veloz. They'll move it forward. Veloz has it back, picks up her dribble before she crosses the timeline, needs a little help. She'll bounce it over to Tindorf, who then, or rather to Ortega, who throws it over the head of Tindorf and give it back to Hobbs. Hobbs keeps this up. It could be a very fast second half. So throw it out, get it to Muniz, left corner again, in and out. Battle for the rebound, and coming away with that one is Ortega, her first. Hobbs immediately gets the pressure on. Carlsbad manages to get it into the front court. Pianis looking for some room, bouncing it into the middle and right into the hands of Aliana Armitage. She'll feed it forward to a breaking Zoe Ross, and up off the left glass, and good. 9 points for Zoe Ross. And now 37-4 is the hockey line change. Getting ready to come in for Coach Carp with 4:15 to go here in the first half. Another turnover into the hands of Muniz. Feed it forward, bounce it over. Ross now with 11. The turnover, the steal, and more buckets. Now a 35-point Lady Eagle lead at the halfway mark of the second quarter. And that one loose on the floor, and they're going to get Ross. Or are they going to get Carlsbad for that one? They're going to get Pianis. They're going to get Pianis. That's Talia Pianis, her first personal. Second team foul on the Cavegirls. As hockey line changes, 5 new players on the court for both the Lady Eagles and the Cavegirls. So it'll be Rivera to run the point. Brings it into the front court. Mendoza back to Rivera. Throw it in to Navarro, and she'll turn around from 5, rolls it around, no good. Godwin with the rebound, her third, and then she's hammered. She'll head to the line to shoot 2. As they are going to call that foul on Jayla Bragg. That'll be her first personal, third team foul. So Godwin at the line for the first time tonight. Katie's first is up and hits the front and then bounces off the side. No good. To that point, Hobbs was 3 of 3 from the line. They lead it by 35. Mendoza, Navarro, Godwin, Rivera, all on the floor for the Lady Eagles, as is Mojica. And it'll be Rivera who gets the rebound. Hobbs will reset, and then we've got well, it's a turnover. Didn't see what the call was. 6 turnover for Hobbs. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Lady Eagles dominating. Brose on the inbound, works against Mojica. Tossing it over to Carrasco. Starters on the floor now for Carlsbad. Medrano throws it into the middle, right into the hands of Godwin. 20th turnover for Carlsbad, but then turning it right back over are the Lady Eagles. So the teams trade turnovers. Hobbs up by 35. You don't want to see it get sloppy, though, as that one goes rolling into the backcourt. They say it was tipped, but then picking up the dribble right at half court is Lincoln. Lincoln over to Brose. Mojica on her tight, then over to Medrano. Fall away from 15, 18, call it 18, and it's good. Medrano with 4 points leads the Cavegirls. Rivera takes it on the right base, trying to toss it over into the corner for Navarro, and stolen away. That is 3 times down the floor. The Lady Eagles have turned it over in the last 3 possessions. So Carrasco with it. A little head fake for Lincoln. Navarro picks her up, then bounce it to Medrano, back to Lincoln. Coming near side to Brose. The little head fake tries to go around Mendoza, and Godwin will block her and take it away from her. Just rips it out of the air, and then they're going to get Brose for her third personal. That is a frustration foul to be sure. Her third personal, fourth team foul on the Cavegirls. And so Rivera will take the inbound from Mendoza. 21 turnovers for the Cavegirls. Ouch. Mojica to Rivera to Navarro. Back into the left elbow with Mendoza. Navarro looking for some space. Loses it off of her foot and into the hands of the Cavegirls. 9 turnovers now. Bragg to the front court. Gets that one punched from behind by Mojica. It'll stay Carlsbad basketball on their offensive baseline with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 39-6, Lady Eagles in the lead, so Bragg to inbound it from right of her own bucket as we sit. So Bragg gets it in, and then a three-point attempt is up by Lecon. No good. Chasing it down is Navarro. Her second board of the ball game. Gets it deep in the right corner. Morelli back down to Mojica. Mojica to Rivera. Bobbles it momentarily, then collects it, then drives in through the left lane. Shot up, no good. And it'll be Bragg with the rebound off the tip. Throwing it the other way, and Mojica flashes across the court and tips it away and out. Good hustle play there for the Lady Eagles. With 97 seconds to go here in the first half. All Hobbs in this one. To Medrano, who slings it to Lecon. Lecon to Brose, then into the middle to Medrano, and I think they're going to get Godwin for the foul. Might get Mendoza. They were both there. Medrano caught in a Lady Eagle sandwich. And they're going to call it on Godwin, so Katie's first personal. Third team foul on the Lady Eagles is, of course, on the floor, so Bragg looking to inbound it. Gets it in at the 5, then a 3-ball up, and that one off the mark. And tipped by Mendoza, who saves it. Good job by Mendoza. Jordan Mendoza to Navarro. Arelli trying to get it into that deep left corner, but right into the hands of a Cavegirl. That was Medrano, and another turnover for the Lady Eagles. 6 turnovers in the quarter. Of course, running part of the bench here. So a 3 on the way, Lecon, and she'll get that one to go. Lecon with the 3. So now Hobbs lead down to 30. So Mojica to Navarro. Picks up the dribble, back to Mojica, and then sling it out. Hobbs will work their way around with 45 seconds to go. Mendoza, the little hook, and gets the roll on the left side of the bucket. Mendoza, her first bucket of the ball game. So now 41-9, and then on the inbound, that one will go out, but last touched by the Lady Eagles. Mendoza not able to track it down before it goes out. And Carlsbad going to send a whole new lineup out for the last 30 seconds of the half. So Marquez, Tindorf, Payanis, that's Talia Payanis. And a steal for the Lady Eagles, another turnover. That's Rivera, goes to the right lane, puts up the little circus shot. That one not going to go, and Marquez with the rebound for the Cavegirls. 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. Carlsbad to the front court with Payanis. Coming near side to Marquez, back to Payanis, over into the corner for Ortega. She'll take it into the right base, and she'll put it home. Ortega's first bucket of the ball game. And at the buzzer, the Lady Eagles with an 11-point lead. It is 41-11 our score. Hobbs in command of this one. We'll be back to talk about it here in just a few minutes. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball continues. Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers. Call the Master.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Welcome back to Tasker Arena. All Hobbs in the first half of this one. They lead by 30, 41-11 is our score. I'm TJ Miracle. Jonathan Allen, our camera operator tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the Carlsbad Cavegirls. Their leading scorer right now, Serenity Madrano. She has 4 points, 3 points for Juliette Lincoln. Then you got a bucket for Kendra Ortega and a bucket for Mia Pianis. That is the scoring for the Cavegirls. They got no opportunities from the free throw line in the first half. Hobbs only tacked for 5 fouls in the entire half. Leading rebounder for the Cavegirls is Isabel Marquez. She has 2. And as a team, they only had 6 rebounds in the first half and 22 turnovers. Ouch. Turning the page for your Hobbs Lady Eagles. 2 Lady Eagles in double figures in the first half, led by Madison Zapata. 13 points for Madison. 9 of those coming from beyond the arc. 11 points for Zoe Ross. And you had 7 for Aliana Armitage, 6 for Caitlin Muniz, and a bucket for Jordan Mendoza, and a bucket for Katie Godwin. Hobbs in the first half of this one goes a combined 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Leading rebounders right now are Godwin and Hardison, each with 3 apiece. 12 rebounds as a team for the Lady Eagles. They turned the ball over 10 times. Of course, that's a little misleading after the bench went in with basically half of that second quarter to go. Carlsbad had their starters out there, so that might have had a little something to do with it. 19 points in the first, 22 in the second for the Lady Eagles, opposed to 2 and 9 for the Carlsbad Cavegirls. So if you're the Lady Eagles after that performance in the first half, I think you're going to want to come out. If you are Coach Joey Carpenter, probably get the starters out there for about half the third quarter or so. See if you can get this 30-point lead up to, and then get the bench back in and let them come out and do the clean experience. See if they can keep it in the running clock time and territory. Then in the fourth quarter, yeah, you're going to probably want to get your starters in and out of there. Maybe try some different combinations or things if you're Hobbs, just to see how everything works and to get girls used to playing with each other on the court. But all in all, a dominant performance for the Lady Eagles in that first half. Probably not just a whole lot to be too upset about. Maybe a few too many turnovers late in the half, but that's something that can definitely be addressed and worked on. For Carlsbad, they just got to figure out how to keep it under 35 points. They've got to figure out a way to hold on to the basketball. 22 turnovers in just 16 minutes. More turnovers than time on the clock, more turnovers than rebounds, more turnovers than points. Matter of fact, more points or more turnovers than points and rebounds combined for the Cavegirls. They're having heck hanging on to the basketball, but Hobbs, it's just the way they play, the kind of defense they play. They are going to harass you, hound you. They're going to anticipate the passes. They're going to go in and jump your passing lanes if they can, take it away. They're going to look for sloppiness with the ball so they can go and just pick your pocket and take it back the other way. And that's what they are going to continue to do. So the little dribblers out doing their thing, always putting on a whale of a show. Glad they are out there. Always a lot of fun to watch the little ones. It's one of those features here at Tasker Arena. Girls games, boys games too. For years it was just the little boys, but the girls getting in on the action the last 10 years or so. They get to come out and spend a little time on the big court in front of the big crowd. It's just one of the things that makes Tasker Arena kind of a special place to watch a basketball game. So it is 41-11, a 30-point Hobbs Lady Eagles lead tonight. They're cruising towards their 21st win of the season and hopefully 3-0 in district. Of course, you still got 16 minutes and a lot of things can happen in that. I know Lovington was down by 16 at one point in their game against Portales and came all the way back, and last time I checked they were tied late in that ball game. So Tiff, Evie, if you're listening, you might send me the score of that one if you could. Like to know who won, since we had to go on the air before that one was ended tonight. So the little dribbler's still out there, getting ready to buzz them off the court, though, for the teams to come back out for the second half. But hopefully another big second half for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, who lead it 41-11. Next up for Hobbs Tuesday night, we will be on the road at the Coyote Place there in Roswell High. So we'll be with you about 7 o'clock on Tuesday night from Roswell. Oh, joy, I get to go back to Roswell. I've spent a lot of time over there the last couple of days. Yeah, corporate stuff. And, of course, next up for Carlsbad will be their rematch against Clovis. But Hobbs, 16 minutes to put paid to this one. 41-11 the score. We'll be back for the second half. Lady Eagle basketball continues here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center, where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
From early mornings to late nights, JBW Solutions delivers expert industrial safety services and training to protect lives, ensure compliance, and build a strong safety culture. JBW Solutions helps workers stay safe and prepared every shift, every site, every day. If safety is first for you and your company, and it should be, call today, 860-460-4398. JBW Solutions, LLC. Do the right thing. Make the call. You may just save a life. 860-460-4398.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, also Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. I'm TJ Miracle, Jonathan Allen, our camera operator tonight. Glad to have Jonathan with us this evening. So Hobbs in command of this one, 41-11 is the score. Of course, tonight at the Cave in Carlsbad, the Hobbs boys in action. Also here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Ty Friend. Call in that one. It is halftime there, and Hobbs trailing the Cavemen 29-21. So we get back to the action here this evening at the legendary Tasker Arena. And it'll be Hobbs basketball as we start the third quarter. Ozapeta in the right corner. From Ross, cycles it around. They try and trap her up, getting it over to Muniz. Muniz takes it to the left hand, takes it to the base, then into the corner. Ross for three, and that one is off the mark, and it'll be Brose with the rebound. That'll be her first. Finds a little space, spins out of trouble, and takes it hard into the front court. Bounces to Medrano on the right base. Her little 5-footer no good, and Armitage will have her second board of the ball game, and she's going to get hammered. I think are they going to get Brose, or are they going to get Medrano? They're going to put it on Medrano. That'll be her second personal. First team foul in the half on the Cavegirls. Of course, not by half anymore. It's by quarter. So Hobbs basketball just underway here in the third. The Lady Eagles up by 30. Of course, we get to 35. It becomes running clock. Muniz dribbling it around to Ross, to Zepeda. Zepeda works it back, then slings it to Muniz. WNBA three, and bang from the top of the arc. Caitlin Muniz with 9, and Hobbs strikes first in the half and leads this one 44-11. Carlsbad back the other way, and Brose runs over Muniz and loses the basketball and out of bounds off of the Cavegirls. That'll be turnover number 23 for Carlsbad. So Hobbs a bucket away from getting this one to running clock time with 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. Once it go, and then a bad pass. Armitage not ready for it. Picked away, stolen away by Lincoln, and she'll miss the bunny jumper, but playing trailer. Shot up, no good by Carrasco, and then out of bounds on the putback. And last touch, they're going to say by Hobbs, who transitioned back and got a hand on it. So Pianis to inbound it as it'll stay Carlsbad basketball. They'll toss it in. Lincoln from the top of the arc for 3, and that one is off the mark. And Hardison said, not that time, that one's mine. So back down come the Lady Eagles. Muniz pop a shot from the left block, and up and in for Caitlin Muniz. Caitlin with 11 in the ball game. And now it is 46-11. Clock will run until Carlsbad scores or gets it under 35. To Lincoln. Zepeda on her, tossing it to Carrasco, and then backdoor to Medrano. Cut through, found a little space. Medrano puts it up and in. Now, Zepeda handles a bad pass to Muniz. Little turnaround and back up and in. Muniz having a great game. Well, now 48-13, a little backcourt pressure with 5:45 remaining in the third. DeBrose pushes off, no call. She'll get it into the front court with a little help from Lincoln. Then into the left corner for Pianis for 3, and it is good. Nia Pianis with 5 in the ball game. 48-16, then to Hardison, and Hardison just takes it up the right lane and lays it in. 50-16 the score, 5:19 remaining. Brose passing the timeline, almost traveled. Medrano calls for it in the left base and then throws it out. No point in getting too happy about that one. It'll be backcourt violation and out. And another turnover for the Cavegirls. Hockey line change for Coach Enlow. 5 new girls onto the floor for the Cavegirls. Coach Karp deciding to leave his starters in for now. And I think he wants to get this one up to probably about 40. Is into Ross to Armitage. Left corner for 3, in and out for Aliana. And it's another rebound for Hardison, her 5th. And then swatted away by Tindorf. Stays Hobbs basketball. Zepeda on the baseline, and then she'll come over. Yep, they're going to say, all right, go into the corner. Now the inbound. Ross, left wing, 3 ball, bang! Zoe Ross with 14. That's her second tray of the ball game. And now 53-16, Lady Eagles in control of this one. Tindorf to the front court, and then a foul on Armitage, or just swatted it away out. Yep, just swatted out. So on the inbound and taking it away, that is Muniz. Runs into Bragg, slows her up enough, has to wait, and then a foul, a little tic-tac coming back the other way. They're going to get Tylia Pianis for that one, I got to think. See for sure. Actually, they're going to whistle that. Yep, Talia Pianis, number 11, her second personal, second team foul. Hobbs basketball to Ross. Thinks about the 3, then Muniz, top of the arc, WNBA distance. That one a little bit short. Skying for the rebound is Pianis. That'll be her first. Bouncing into the middle and off of the foot of Hardison, so it'll be a kick ball. Running clock time. Hobbs up 53-16. Now the hockey line change comes in for Coach Carp. So that'll be Navarro, Godwin, Rivera, Mendoza, and also Mojica. It'll take just as much time as they want to. So Bragg will inbound it from left of her own bucket. So she'll push it in. Carlsbad sets and then a whistle, and we've got a travel and another turnover for Carlsbad. So the Cavegirls having all kinds of fits hanging onto the basketball. So Mojica will inbound it, gets it in to Rivera, who crosses the timeline. Then to Navarro, 3 minutes to go to Mendoza. Mendoza swinging to Mojica, to Rivera. Picking her up quickly is Ortega. Corelli goes in, throws the fastball to the baseline, then over to Mojica, left corner for three, and bang! Mariah Mojica, welcome to the scorebook, and Hobbs up by 40. 56-16, then it'll be a lot of backcourt pressure. Carlsbad trying to save it, goes bouncing around, and it'll wind up in the hands of Jordan Mendoza. Give it to Mojica. She comes back to help out. Tossing it over into the corner. Navarro for three, and that one is off the mark. And the rebound will be controlled underneath, but stolen away again by the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Though the fastball to Navarro, trying to get her on the baseline. Ball still loose. Arelli, though, controls it, gets out of trouble. Uses upper dribble under pressure from Ortega to Mojica. And around to Rivera. 2 minutes to go in the third. Running clock here at Tasker Arena. Bad pass. That was what happened too many times when this combo was on the floor to a breaking Ortega, or takes it right to the hoop and in. Kendra Ortega with 4 points in the ball game. No, to the front court, Rivera. To Mendoza, back to Rivera, right corner, three ball up and bang! Corelli Rivera drains the tray. So 59-18, 97 seconds to go, and then a travel. And another turnover for the Cavegirls. And a timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 90 seconds to go in the third. We'll just keep it right here. Jonathan Allen on the camera tonight. I'm TJ Miracle, Tiffany Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So Coach Carpenter taking the 30-second timeout. So something he wants to work on and correct out there. Coming up on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we will be at Roswell High for the start of the second half of district. Of course, just one more district home game for Hobbs, and that'll be 1 week from tonight with the Clovis Wildcats coming to our place. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You're hearing their ads. We could not do this without them. It's because of them we never have to beg you for money, and we never have to charge you to watch your kids and teams play. You need a gooder service? Well, get it from those good folks you see there at the bottom of your screen. Throw the fastball into Godwin, and Katie takes it hard to the rack. 61-18, the Lady Eagles in command. And the ball loose on the floor once again, still loose. And Hobbs almost steals it away. Carlsbad will maintain possession. Got a Cavegirl down on the floor, slow to get up. Pretty good collision down there. So training staff will come out and check on that. So the injury timeout will go ahead and take it too as the teams clear off the court. Lady Eagle basketball continues in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
out of the injury timeout. Serena Carrasco up and off under her own power, heading back to the locker room. So good to see her up and walking. And imagine they're going to do a little concussion protocol back there. So you hate to see it in any game, but especially kind of a blowout game. But, you know, Carlsbad's not going to stop playing. So now Payanis with the basketball as we get back to it. Throws it over to Faith Klusner. Then a turnaround for Medrano, and that one will rattle home. Medrano with 8 points in the ball game. 61-20. Throw it into the corner for Mendoza. 3-ball up, and that one off the mark. And it'll be another rebound for Marquez. That's her third. She leads the charge for the Cavegirls off the boards. 30 seconds to go here in the third. Lincoln to the front court, back to Payanis. Throw it inside to Medrano. Godwin gets to her quickly. Mendoza will take over and pick her up. Then a bad bounce pass to the referee, who is not an eligible player, and that'll be turnover number 30 for the Cavegirls. With just 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter, Rivera will cross the timeline to Navarro to Godwin. Katie thought about the three, then takes it in. 15-foot jumper from the right wing. Mendoza with the rebound, and her putback won't fall at the buzzer, but she will get the board. As we head to the fourth, all Hobbs in this one. They lead it 61-20. We are back for the fourth right after this. Lady Eagle basketball here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Back here at Tasker Arena, start of the fourth quarter. It will be running clock time as the Lady Eagles are up by 41. Starters back out on the floor for Coach Carpenter's Lady Eagles squad. Starters out for the most part for the Cavegirls. Of course, Serena Carrasco off injured. You certainly hope that young lady is okay. And then overthrowing Jayla Bragg. Turnover number 31 for the Cavegirls. So give it back to Hobbs, who is 7.5 minutes away from going 21-2 on the season. More importantly, 3-0 in district. Throw the fastball into Hardison. Gets it to Muniz. Left corner. 3-ball up and bang! Caitlin Muniz, her fourth tray of the ball game. Makes it 64-20. To the front court. Another turnover off the tip into the hands of Muniz. Caitlin keeps it herself. Crosses into the front court, then from the right slot, 3-ball up and bang! Caitlin Muniz with 5 trays in the ball game. Hobbs just keeps raining them down. Now up by 47. Brose stops as she crosses the timeline, and he'll give it to Ortega. Ortega back to Brose. Muniz picks her up quickly. Then the long cross-court pass to Bragg. Then to the free throw line. Payanis, turnaround jumper, no good. And it'll be a rebound by Hardison, her 6th. And then Zaley gets blasted. I think a little bit of frustration there for Payanis. That'll be her 3rd personal. First team foul. Lucky that wasn't considered a flagrant, I think. And I have been on the other end of the shellacking, and it's sometimes not hard to take. So it'll be Muniz for another 3-ball, and that one will be off the mark as Hardison will battle on the floor with Payanis. And they're going to say jump ball. They got it at the same time. And so it'll be Hobbs basketball. As slow to get up is Payanis. And now we're going to have 5 teams for 5 players go in for each team. So I would think the Hobbs Lady Eagles starters are done tonight. Caitlin Muniz going to lead the scoring charge with 19. 14 for Zoe Ross, 13 for Madison Zepeda. So Mariah Mojica to inbound it for the Lady Eagles with 5:40 to go. To Navarro, to Rivera. Rivera, long cross-court pass to Godwin, to Navarro, then out to Mendoza. Around to Rivera, back to Mojica, right wing, 3-ball up, no good from the tip, and it'll be a rebound for Mendoza, her third. Then a whistle on the near side, goes out, swatted by Carlsbad. So stays Hobbs basketball. 67-20. Lady Eagles in command here. So Rivera, she'll toss it into Godwin, who hands it right back to Rivera. Almost a football-style handoff. Rivera into the corner, Mojica. Medrano picks her up, then to Rivera, flashes through onto the baseline, then is going to get blocked out by Klusner. That'll be the 13th turnover for the Lady Eagles. Crossing the timeline, Marquez nearly a travel. Gets it to Lincoln, then back to Klusner, throws it in, trying to get it in, and we'll have a floor foul called, so before Medrano can get the shot off, they're going to call the push on Navarro. That'll be Aureli's first personal, first team foul on the Lady Eagles. And it is on the floor as we are at 4:25 remaining to Medrano on the inbound, and she'll bank that one home. She's got 10. She will pace the Cavegirls. Get it to Mojica. Medrano gets to her quickly, picks up the dribble. Then Rivera, nifty little move to give herself some space, puts up the shot, no good. Mendoza battles for another rebound, comes up with it, but then gets tied up underneath by Medrano, and possession arrow will go the way of the Cavegirls. So next up for Hobbs, Tuesday night, back on the road, we will head over to Chavez County. Take on the Lady Coyotes of Roswell High. And another turnover, bad pass, stolen away by Godwin. To Navarro in the front court. Arelli to Mojica. Coming near side to Mendoza, then to Rivera in the corner, 3 up, and that one is off the mark. Klusner with the rebound. That'll be her first. As to the front court with Payanis, that's Mia Payanis. To Klusner, then into the corner to Payanis, and tries to take it down the baseline. And then get it to Medrano, but cannot, and that'll be another turnover for the Cavegirls, and Carlsbad sending fresh legs back out there. With 3 minutes remaining in the contest, Hobbs comfortably in control. So Rivera to the front court, trying to get it inside to Katie Godwin, but picked off. Brose picks up the dribble. Now she's got it back. Carlsbad with 2:45, long cross-court pass. They've overthrown Bragg a couple of times tonight, 3 or 4. Bragg has found a way to get open over there, but they just keep sailing at about 3 feet taller than she is. So back to Hobbs. 35th turnover for Carlsbad. Ugh. So Navarro to the free throw line to Godwin. To Mojica, back to Godwin. But going to be run out by Tendorf. Then give it to Mojica, who takes it on the left base. Shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound, but then drops it. Out of bounds. 2 minutes to go in this one. Hobbs comfortably in the lead, 67-22. As Brose into the front court, uses up the dribble under good pressure from Mojica. Sling it over on the sidearm to Ortega. Then they'll get it to Bragg in the right corner. Her 3-ball is up, no good. And it'll be a long rebound, the third for Areli Navarro. $1:44 remaining. To Rivera, right corner, 3-ball up and bang! Areli Rivera, her second tray of the ball game. And a 70-22 Lady Eagle lead. 90 seconds remaining in the ball game. Is running clock time here. Mojica trying to take that one away from Ortega, who takes it hard to the rack. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2, and that will pretty much do it for this one. This will be the first trip to the line tonight for Carlsbad. So they're going to call that on Mendoza, her first personal, second team foul on the Lady Eagles. So Ortega, the first Cavegirl at the line, and she will get the first. We are under a minute to play. 70-23 the score. Second ball is up, and she gets them both. Man, she got them out quickly. 45 seconds remaining. Hobbs up big into the corner. Godwin for three, and it kisses off the glass and into the hands of Ortega. Pushing it forward and overthrowing Tendorf and out. Back over to the Lady Eagles with 30 seconds to go in the contest. So Hobbs will improve to 21-2 on the season. It's to the front court. Hobbs just going to play catch and run this one out, I got to think. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll just go back and forth here. 3 Lady Eagles tonight, finishing up with double figures. As the Start the Bus chant starts and the buzzer sounds on the quarter. And our final score tonight, it will be Carlsbad falling to our Hobbs Lady Eagles 70-24. We'll be back to wrap this one up right after this. Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball is here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39, $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master, 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the Master.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Back here for your Lady Eagle wrap-up as Hobbs improves to 21-2 and 3-0 in district as they shellac the Cavegirls of Carlsbad. 70-24 is the final now for the Cavegirls. They did have a young lady in double figures as Serenity Madrano paces the Cavegirls as she had 10 in the ball game. Turning the page for your Lady Eagles, leading scorer tonight, Caitlin Muniz. She knocked out 19 in the ball game, 14 for Zoe Ross, 13 for Madison Zepeda. 7 points for Aliana Armitage, all coming in the first half. Corelli Rivera with 6. Then you had 4 points for Katie Godwin. 3 points for Mariah Mojica, then a bucket for Jordan Mendoza and for Zaylee Hardison. Hardison did lead the charge on the boards tonight. She had 7 rebounds for Hobbs, 22 rebounds as a team for the Lady Eagles. They go 3 of 5 from the free throw line, just 16 turnovers. Nothing too bad there. Score update coming into the third in Carlsbad at the Cave. It's Carlsbad up by 9, 35-26 in that one. Also here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and also on Cool 95.7. So we will wrap this one up as the Lady Eagles go perfect to finish up the first half of district. The second half will start Tuesday night on the road there in Roswell at Roswell High against the Coyotes. We'll be with you probably around 7 o'clock for the Lady Eagle pregame show tip-off sometime right after that. So a big night for the Lady Eagles as, again, they are victorious 70-24. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You hear them, you see them. We couldn't do it without them. We also could not do it without you watching and supporting. For Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. For Jonathan Allen running our camera. For Don Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Tasker Arena. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.